y'all dealing with the current energies? It's kind of cool down here in Central Texas, wearing my hoodie, out, enjoying nature. I'm in the spot that I've been coming to pretty consistently for the past 4 or 5 videos because I love the energy of this particular spot. It's in a beautiful place. Look at this. It's nice, right? Yeah, it is. It's nice and quiet here. And all I can hear right now are the sounds of the crickets. I can hear the highway in the distance. It's quite a ways away. And I can hear other nature sounds, the wind going through the trees. And it's a good place to talk to you about this topic that I came to y'all with today. And that is dealing with people of a different temperament within your daily life. Now recall that we're all undergoing the same energetic shift right now, but some people are responding to it differently than other people are. In fact, many people are responding to these energy shifts in a negative way. We talked about how for those people who are doing so, it is because as their fields are penetrated by these new higher energy emanations from the sun and other extrasolar sources, they are responding to them differently because of the way that they respond in general to events in their lives. You all know, we all know, that some people respond to the things that happen to them negatively, other people respond to the things that happen to them positively. And that has to do with fundamental orientation sometimes, but other times it has more to do with one's experiences in life. Someone around you who is negative doesn't necessarily have to be of an oppositional orientation to you. Now that might have been an impression that some of you came away with when I talked about organic portals and the splitting of the worlds and people of oppositional temperaments, but that's not necessarily the case. For a lot of us, our environments have shaped who we are. Some of us who are souled individuals, who are compassionate and empathic individuals, have had difficult lives. In fact, many of us have had difficult lives. And, you know, those to whom life does not come easily often have the highest and greatest destinies because you have traumas that temper you, that still you in life, and that teach you deeper lessons so that wisdom comes to you at a younger age than it does with other folks who have it a bit easier. So for those souled individuals who've had difficult lives, sometimes they interpret things negatively and it gives them a personality complex that may seem negative on the surface, but you can tell just by your insight and your empathy that this person is souled. This person is someone who can be on the same path as I am, who should be on the same path as I am, who is, in essence, truly on the same path as I am. Now, coming to this understanding isn't always easy because often these people will challenge our temperament. They will challenge our personality construct and challenge our ability to maintain equanimity and peace in the face of whatever drama they might be bringing in the moment, right? But often these dramas are coming from a place where their inner light is being obscured by that thin veneer of personality and experience that has caused them to take on these negative traits, right? And if your insight is deep enough, you can see through that. And you can see that these people are not the face, the veneer that they are presenting to the world right now. They are more than that. And this person just needs a different type of opportunity in life, a different type of person to respond to him or her differently than anyone has ever responded to them before. And guess what? That's you. That's me. That's us. You know, that's why we are here, to be here for each other and to assist each other as we are engaging in this world shifting moment and movement. The Rainbow Tribe is here, and we are that tribe. We are people of the red, the yellow, the black, and the white, and we are the scions of the light. Y'all know what the Rainbow Tribe is? If you do not, there was a Hopi prophecy that has been around for quite a long time. And at some point back in the 60s, I think it was, or the early 70s, Hopi elders came together and wondered if the prophecy had been accomplished or if there were signs that it was being accomplished. And so they looked around at the world at things like the highways and the railroads and the telephone lines that crisscross our land, and they decided that these represented different aspects of the Hopi prophecy. There was at one point a satellite, I think, that fell out of the sky, and that again was another example of the Hopi prophecy being fulfilled. And the main aspect of this prophecy was that at some point in a land to the west, in this land in which we are living now, that people of all different quote unquote racial groups, more appropriately stated, ethnic groups of the one race, the human family, would come together and they would bind and bond in unity against the forces of dissension, against the forces of the darkness of this world. And they would cherish Mother Earth, and they would cherish each other, and they would rise in light and love in order to bring a new way of being into this earth, in order to move us through this time into what is coming next. So in the 1960s, 70s, in the 90s and 2000s, you had a bunch of hippies talking about the Rainbow Tribe. They were talking about how they were members of the Rainbow Tribe. And this had a lot to do with the fact that they were love and lighters, that they believed in the coming new age, that they believed in the earth religions and respecting Mother Earth, and other things like that. In their words, they stated that they were against racism and prejudice, but in their actions, they did not really exemplify that. And that has often been the case in the New Age movement in general. It's one of the major issues that I have with the New Age and the alternative community. The fact that many of the members of said community are people who have had certain privileges in life because of who they are and who their families are, and because of the color of their skin. And they take that privilege for granted and don't realize that that privilege comes with a responsibility to reject it in many cases, or to truly fight with your actions as well as your words to change that system so that equality and equanimity are the way that we move forward as a nation and as a planet. So actually embodying the truisms of the Rainbow Tribe is necessary, is mandatory. You cannot say you are a member of the Rainbow Tribe if you are not living in a way that it is apparent to all who see you that you are not a part of the current world, that you are not a scion of the establishment, that you do not accept your privilege and revel in it and accept it as your due, not based upon anything you've done or accomplished, but based upon the color of your skin and your family and clan. So this has been the issue, people claiming to be Rainbow Tribe members, etc., and not necessarily embodying it. But now, the Rainbow Tribe is starting to become embodied because we are seeing souls of light coming together across racial lines, and we're beginning to see that people are taking it seriously, are really trying to embody in their lived experience what they say and who they say they are. I think that the conflict up in the Dakotas over the pipeline, the Standing Rock conflict, was a turning point. I think a lot of people really got to see on the face of it what it looks like to stand in solidarity with people who hold minority status in this nation. They got to see viscerally what it looks like to stand in solidarity with their red brothers. I think that in a lot of cases in other places around the nation in the past year, people have begun to see that in solidarity with the Black American presence in America as well. And they are beginning to see that their voices make a difference and that they can be who they are and live in this world and stand next to their brother and sister of different ethnic slash racial groupings and just be who they are and accept us, them, for who we are as souls on this journey, inhabiting these encasements of flesh and light that are just a housing for our eternal souls. Souls that made agreements to come together here and now and interact in this time of great shift and bring this new world into existence. It is the very reason for our being, and it is the fire that drives us through all of the events that characterize our lives, the great events and the small ones. And the small ones are just as important as the large ones. I put out a short energy update earlier today. It was only about 3 or 4 minutes long, where I talked about how this pervading peace has come now, how the ancestors are speaking. I don't want to get into it too deeply to step on that message. For the other recording, go and check it out if you want more details. But I mention it now just to tie it into this discussion. The current energies are conducive to us expressing fully who we are. And also, we need to be on the lookout for synchronicities, meaningful coincidences, especially now, because now is the time when we're making a lot of connections. We're making a lot of connections with people whom we are supposed to work with. Moving forward into the future, I am really appreciative of those of you who are beginning to speak up on my videos and leave messages. You guys are amazing. It is so awesome that I am getting such high-level responses that require high-level answers and interaction. And I can tell for pretty much all who have dropped by so far that you are serious and soulful individuals and that you guys are ready for what is coming. And I feel it in my heart and my soul that it is all as it is supposed to be. And I appreciate you and thank you. I'm in deep gratitude for your accompaniment upon this journey moving forward, because there's a lot coming, as we all know. And depending upon how you define beauty, it's going to get a lot uglier or more beautiful, as we move forward, because these are times that are fraught with difficulty, fraught with pain and agony, as well as joy and transcendent experience. And this is what we are born to do. So let's just move into it. There's no time to just rail against fate and to complain about destiny and to moan and whine about our situations. You know what? We're where we are for a reason. And in many cases, we are here because we chose it. We chose it. You chose it. All of us chose it. No matter how it looks. Look around yourself right now. This is how it looks, y'all. This is it. This is as good as it gets for this moment. And it is exactly right for me and for you. Coming to terms with that is the first step in finding peace in your life. Coming to terms with your life, with where you are, with who you are, with who's around you. If there are those who need to go, you know it. Let's do it. Create the reality you require in order to accomplish your mission. Create the environment that you require for it. You have all the tools to do so. And now, in these times of intense manifestation of our deepest desires, is the time to do it. You can do it. You must do it. Not just for yourself, not for your family, for your children. You must do it for the world. Because each of us who manifests does so in the context of others who are manifesting as well. And our dreams affect each other, are connected to each other. We are connected one to the next, not just in some form of collective unconscious, but also at the quantum level. Quantum entanglement, we've been connected to each other since the Big Bang, folks. We are literally one. We are one consciousness. We are each individuated shards of the collective consciousness from which we arise, dreaming of an individuated experience. So it's time to settle in and accept our lives and who we are, to always seek deeper internal knowing and knowledge of ourselves, because by doing so, we know others and we know the world. So, in dealing with those who are around us, this piece of self knowledge of our place in the world is what pervades, and it's what other people sense. The fact that you know that the world is what it is. You are grounded fully into these energies. Now is the time for the Rainbow Tribe, for the Star Seeds, for those who are scions of the new earth to claim the new earth. It is ours. This is not the world of the darkness any longer. This is our world now. So we claim this space. We claim this land. We claim this earth. And in so claiming, that means that we have to build. That means that we have to manifest. That means that we have to make our dreams come true. We have to build them on this earth. And that takes help. And that's who you are to me. And that's who I am to you. And that's who those of a disagreeable temperament around you with whom you must interact, these are the ones with whom you must also build. Not destroy, build. Well, maybe you can help them destroy whatever it is that's holding them back from expressing the full light that is within them, that they've been unable to express for much of their lives because of their environmental circumstances. See what I did there? Trying to bring it back around, tie it all together as I head out here. But this is the reason why these people are in your lives. They are to help you, and you are to help them ground into these realities so that we can all manifest together. And we never know who someone is fully until we know, until our experience shows us who they are and what they bring into our lives and our experience. So trusting in that which is higher and beyond our 3D capacity to understand, we must live in full trust that all that comes to us is right for us. We must accept that, as we must accept our lives. And by so doing, we become open to expressing presence, expressing nowness, expressing beingness in this world, in this moment. We become rooted in our lives, in our communities. And we find that opportunities open up because that groundedness and openness exudes from you like a field. It's in your aura and other people feel it and they want it. They want to be like that. They want to be like you. And it's your position and job in life to help them to do so. All right, so without beating a dead horse too badly, because it's dead, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Peace!